I welcome you to this successful edition of The Pundits. Tonight in the studio, Ghana's most decorated musician of all times. Yes, I dare say that you can take it up with me any day. There to show. When it comes to the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, the gentleman in the studio with us this evening is the most decorated. No artist has won more awards or garnered more nominations than he has in the history of the event. And of course, he's gotten a lot of awards internationally as well, a lot of nominations and a lot of recognition. If you don't know the gentleman that I'm talking about, take a look at this video. When we come back from this break, I'll introduce those that we have in the studio. Like I said, it is Sarkcess. Stay on.
Yes.
All of us, right?
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we all big fans. I watch it, so.
Same here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. You know, no, it's an offense that it's your first time here. So, it's very necessary. Zach, if you're watching, make sure they do the normal tradition before they leave, right? Let's do that. But welcome again.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And congratulations on a successful launch of an album. I mean, about 3 weeks, if not a month ago, we were invited to the listening session, and it was a good listening. Some of us couldn't stay all through because we had other engagements that evening. And then it was announced there that on the 8th of September, this album was going to be released. Truly, by the time we woke up, I was even late. When I went on Facebook to alert people that the album was going to be released that day, it was already out. The Sark natives told me, Jack, you're late. It's already out and all that. Sark, how does it feel like coming up with another album? This is your 5th album.
Yeah, the 5th one.
The 5th one.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I don't know if I have a word for it, but it's just, I feel blessed to be able to do this at this point, you know, because in this day and age where we have social media, I think the lifespan of an artist, we all can, you know, testify to that, is really limited, you know, but to be able to have that relevance and still have that acceptance from the fans, I think is priceless, you know, so it feels great, I feel blessed, and I thank the fans for the support. I don't know what I'm doing right, but...
What you've said has just taken me back to the Sarkodie who featured on that Aigbe Edem album, which was about the first time we heard, through to Boga Boga N.I.A. which got you Artist of the Year nomination and Best New Artist of the Year nomination in the same year. That was when, 2010? Or 2009, I think. 2009, yes, I think it was 2009 to date. What happened between that Sarkodie and this Sarkodie that we have now?
What happened?
What happened from Boga Boga to the highest?
I think it's just growth. You know, I keep growing, and I think every year, each and every year, I learn new stuff, and I'm staying true to who I am at the point, at that moment. I don't try to recreate what I've done before. Sometimes, you know, the fans can push you to do. They say they miss the old Sarkodie, you know, but I think growth is necessary to pay attention to, you know. So from that time till now, it's been how I feel, you know, through the years till today. So it's just a growth from transition from Mache to the highest. I just followed how nature, you know, works.
Quite interesting. Let me bring the Scallions man into the studio, because this man is also one of Ghana's greatest musicians of all time.
He's the original highest.
He's the consummate musician.
I'm humbled. Thanks for the compliment, Abadre.
You were in Scallions with EL.
Yes, EL, Ball J, Frank P, Lil Shaker, Joe B, Brad Kevin, the whole squad. And this man was there when it all started.
You know, there was a video I saw recently on Facebook. I think they were in a bus. This man, Yapono, D-Crime, Lopanka, all of them. And you should see it. You could, as a slaves. But today, God has been grateful. They are looking so good and doing so well. What is it about Sark that you love to work with them so much?
Boy, I've been answering this question since I started working with Sarkodie, and I think the phrase I keep using is the fact that it's smooth sailing. It's smooth because he gets it. Look, one thing about the Mache album, most of the beats that Sark went for were beats that a lot of the mainstream musicians were turning down.
Oh wow!
So your Boga Bogas and your layaways and Sark gets it. He hears the sound and he sees the potential, or he hears the potential, and he always has a verse ready. You know, like Sark would not hear beats and he's not
know what to go with.
It's almost as if before he gets to the studio, he knows what he's going to hear and prepares for that particular beat. And for that, it makes it very easy, to work with him. And it goes for a lot of other musicians I've worked with. When they are professional about what they do, when they are passionate and serious about what they do, it makes the work very, very easy.
What is it about,
interesting.
What is it about him that you don't like? Not because he's here.
I don't like.
You can't just like everything so that you are beat. You know this is Sark. What is it about him that you don't like?
Okay, well, the Sark. Okay, so there's Michael and then there's Sark.
They are two different people.
Sark, when it comes to the music, he's always a template for everything. When I'm speaking to younger musicians, Sarkodie is always a template for me. I remember back in the days, he told me how sometimes we wake up in the morning and just rehearsing his movements on stage, in front of the mirror. And I wish everyone had that kind of dedication and passion. You know, when you say someone embodies something like music, I think it's Sark, and he deserves every single thing that he's getting today. Michael, let me see. Michael. What don't I like about Michael? That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I don't like. Well, it's very difficult to separate Michael from Sarkodie. It's very difficult to first of all, it's very difficult to separate it. But the way I'm even thinking it through should tell you that it's difficult to pick something out.
It is probably difficult because
maybe
maybe it's difficult because you probably don't spend as much time with him as this man does, and that is where I bring Angel Kwame into the conversation.
Boss,
how long have you been with Sark?
Oh, yeah, forever.
So wait, what are you in the team? The manager, the producer, the bouncer, the advisor?
No, I'm a bit of everything. I mean, basically, I'm a bit of everything. Now I serve as his manager. Yeah, so I'm playing some managerial roles for him. We're trying to, because we share, I think everybody around Sarkodie share almost a similar dream. I mean, you need to see to be a part of it. We started with nothing. I mean, it wasn't because we saw money or you saw anything. It's just the love, the passion, and you could see in the guy's eye his drive, he's ever ready. You know, up till now, this guy, every time he amazes me. Every time there's something I see that I'm like, yo, don't you get tired? Like, I see something new every time. Though, like, I'm the closest to him, but every time he surprises me. His work ethic, his dedication, everything. I mean,
okay, we know Sarkodie. The praise. What don't you like about him?
What I don't like about him? Oh, his money issues. You know why? No, hold on. Because money issues. Because after I work and I stress for very long hours, I expect to get a lot of money. Dude wants to put the money back into the business because there should be more money coming. He doesn't want to compromise on his quality. He doesn't play with his business. So the money needs to go back into the business. So if you're around him, you definitely need to understand and share a similar dream. If no, we have issues. You understand me? I don't like, that is one thing I don't like.
Talking about the money going back into the business, Sark, I was reading an article earlier by another Samwabedu, entertainmentgh.com, and he's given glowing, reviews about the highest album. And it was talking about, one of the reasons we decided to have this chat in the first place. In a time when musicians are shunning or running away from releasing albums, you have dropped 5 in what, 7 years, 8 years? 5 solid albums, and it's not like a 10-track album or 7-track album, minimum 15, 19, 20 plus, What is it about the highest that made you guys put so much into it? Because according to Anoda Smabedu, you guys have nailed it just right. The publicity drive, the release style, the noise, everything. You guys got people stuck on the Accra Cape Coast Road for hours on Saturday. What is it? What did you do right with the highest album? Before we even go about the technicalities and those who worked on it.
Yeah, so as you were saying, when it comes to money issues with me, I just feel like there's a certain amount of money that if you're getting paid at a stage, it's not necessarily for you, because people expect more and you're supposed to give more. You can't cheat the game, so I can't take all that money. It took me years before Angel himself convinced me to get a range because I was not going to get it. And he would try to convince me every day, let's have fun a little bit, And I need someone like him because then you can balance it. Because if you leave it to me, it's always going to be work.
You'll probably still be taking taxi.
Yes, I'll take taxi and then I'll literally just have my cool jollof at home, make a kanishi every day, I'll be good.
No.
I will not really live beyond that because I feel like if you're getting paid, it's only right, because I think you can have an excuse when you start because people know you're not even playing shows. So you can shoot videos at some corners and get away with it. And they actually like it, because that's all you can afford and it's understandable. But when it has to do with the brain, people are sensible enough to know that you are that big now. And we can only imagine you're getting paid this amount of money because at least if you're not getting paid, we can figure out, even though you're wrong, I understand it because it's true. The moment you move forward, things change. And when things change, you have to change as well. So that means it's like selling this thing 1 and now somebody buys it, you need to get 2, 3 because the demand will be coming more. It's the same with music. And that's my approach every time. So I feel like if that should stop and you're like, oh, you're okay, now you're just going to put anything out, then you need to be ready for what's about to happen to your brand. You can't take chances. There is no time to relax. You can't cheat the game.
Interesting.
Yes.
I like that phrase.
So
You cannot
with the
cheat game.
highest, I felt that the fans have supported throughout the years. I can't do what I've always been doing. You know, record an album, shoot a video, that's it. I put it out and that's it. You know, I think they've been supportive and they have the right to tell you that we want you to push more and we want more. And you need to listen to them because they are the ones who make you who you are. So in the stretch of 2 years, when I was not releasing the album, the fans had problems. They were like, no, we need the album now. But I also knew what we had to do. You know, we shot 6 solid videos throughout that time frame. It was really hard getting those features and the people at the right places, but we had the patience, you know, to put these things together. So I just feel like you can't take this thing for granted. You know, if you look at the CD packaging and everything, it's crazy. Like, we want to give them something worth the wait. And I care more about the consumer. So that's why I even went to the studio to do an album like Mary. Spend the whole time doing live music and getting musicians in the studio. So I think back to it, you can't really cheat the game. You have to give it what is worth at a certain time. If this is the time, if you're getting paid this amount of money, you have to be real to yourself. That means you need to put back into it.
Angel, was there any specific strategy, you know, as to the release of the album and all that? I mean, did you guys sit down, okay, we're going to do this, the music was ready, Chalemoku release you?
I think if anybody knows Jay, so they know he doesn't. This guy, intellectual property, very educated guy. He doesn't play with his business. I mean, I think for us, it was just doing something out of the ordinary. We've done 4 albums already. Now this is a 5th one, and it's most difficult when you're climbing the ladder and you're at your prime or at your peak. I mean, it's most difficult. You need to make a difference, and I think for us, what this particular album meant to us was to send a sound to different people who haven't heard our kind of sound. And it's not only for Sarkodie, but it's general for Ghanaian music, for the fact that he raps in a local dialect that people don't understand. He fuses it in with J-Soul's magical beats that people bump to, definitely. And then it's a groove, it mixes up. You send in the sound to different people. That's why you saw us doing media, you know, interactions in London and all of those things. It's just to send the music further than where it has been. You understand? So for us, it wasn't really strategies, but masterminds. Someone like Jay, so he wants everything right. The full stop has to be where it has to be. So yeah, I mean.
So Jay, technically, you produced the entire album?
No, not the entire album. I produced about 85%.
85% of the album.
Of the album, and
did you feature on it as well?
Yes, I did.
Definitely.
I have to drop, you know, a line here and there. So produced most of the tracks. So some of the other producers are Said Solo,
Nova,
Guilty,
80 Beats.
I think
that's it.
Yeah, Said Solo, Guilty,
T-Spice.
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 But the features are a lot. You featured a lot of people on this album, or is it that looking at it looks?
No, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
I see some Chinese person on Glory.
Chinese.
The way they've written it.
Young.
I thought it was Young.
It's a Nigerian.
That maybe I'd gone into Jackie Chan level or something like that. Yeah. So how many people do you feature on this album?
I can't count now, but I know it's a lot. But what the role they play is necessary, you know. So it's not like me putting loads of rappers on it. It's like 2 rappers on. More rappers, but they did not rap. You know, Walasi is a rapper, but Walasi did a hook. Joey B is a rapper, but he did not rap. So it's basically just J-Soul and Big Nasty who did verses like rap. The rest, obviously, I'm not a singer, you know. So when I do the songs, I need somebody to do the hook.
But you sing.
You sang in Adiza. I know, but I'm not a singer.
Oh, no. Maybe you haven't explored that part of you.
Actually, somebody told me that, but I want to keep it G.
Maybe you haven't. No. But, we had Mary. We had Mary.
Yeah.
And viewers, if you haven't heard Adiza, go and look for it. This man sang in 4 languages. four languages. How do you do
so that? It's mainly just getting the right people for the tracks. And I do the verses and then I go. But then J-Soul, you know, he has the ear that can, you know, choose the right vocals, you know, for the hook. So he tells me about a couple of guys that he wants me to check out if I'm okay to put them on. You know, he sent me. He actually made me come to the studio to listen to one guy, Bobby Lewis, who killed it, a song called Come To Me. And I just heard the voice. I was like, yeah, I think it makes sense. And same with Walasi, anybody else. I think most of the features came from him, I did, I think Joey B, Victoria Kimani, and Praise. Corey DeBello. Yeah.
Interesting. Let us go to a lot of messages coming in from the fans, so many of them. Of course, I won't read all of them. Those of me, you know I don't do controversy. Those of you that want to go certain ways, we've already agreed we won't go. Nabia says, hey, George Quay, so why do I know you on Facebook? Nabia wants a shout out and she wants a signed CD. So,
okay.
Nabia, you see, I have done it, so you'd get it, okay? Gordon Amankona says Sark is a miracle. He trends with cheese. Sark break the secret to us small. Okay. Let me fix my TV pool. Please fix it quickly. Maskilo says, I'm not really a Sark fan, but I can't argue with the fact that he is one of the most hardworking artists in Ghana. The guy just knows how to push his brand in your face, like it or not, and I admire him for that. Big ups to the rest of the pundits. Yes, Angel is here, and Jay-So is also here. Okay. Abdul Muamin, George, is there a way that I can watch online? Yes, of course. Go to GH1 TV on Facebook. We're there, live, okay? Citizen Della, he has worked hard, got the right management to push his dream to the next level. He should take positive criticism in good faith and continue working hard. Okay. And then this one says, okay. Please tell Sark to work on his fan base who are in the traditional world, not just those on social media alone, by planning a nationwide show. He is the biggest act in Ghana, but he is losing that touch with the grassroots. I know you're about to leave on a European tour.
Yeah.
Is there any plan to do a local tour to answer people like these?
Yes, we're having that conversation when we get back. I think we're putting things in place. We're talking to a company that we don't want to disclose because we are not done yet. So yeah, it's part of it. I've always wanted to perform here in Ghana, but I think sometimes, as you said, it has to be coming from us. People are sometimes a bit scared that they feel like they won't even be able to get Sarkodie to come through. But I would like to perform at a place like Takwa, or Boase. Yeah. But I think these things we need to organize it, and we have had that conversation. So when we get back, that's possible.
This one says, please tell Sark to autograph my comments here. How is he supposed to autograph comments? Yeah. That's from Simon Kojo Agbochi. Okay, Shadrach IC says he should support the underground artist and give maximum respect to his fans. Simplicity should be his tools. I am done. Okay, that's Shadrach T Ice. I know you have a lot of should I call them proteges under your wing? I know Strongman, yes, and all those things. What is the plan for some of those ones?
I can only show you what I've seen, but I think everybody and their destiny and what they're supposed to do and what they have to do. I can only open up to you as in what I passed through, and if you take a cue from it and you think it makes sense, you follow that. I don't really believe in when we do business, we need to do it right. That's why I don't flat my record label with a lot of artists, because one at a time, you need to really have time to be able to give them, because I'm an artist. I feel the same way they feel. I wouldn't like to be signed under a label and I don't know what I'm doing, so that's why I don't sign everybody. But I can only help by giving you tidbits of what I've been through and what I've seen. I have conversations with Donzi, I have conversations with whoever I come across and try to pass on the things that I've seen. So just to impact them and just make them be positive. And then one thing I just noticed at this point is the same blessing and the curse, which is social media, that gives instant feedback, makes the young artists a little bit relaxed. They feel like when you drop a song and then people are just, people on Twitter are saying, it's good. It pushes you back. You don't want to push more. Because when we were coming, I now sound like an old but it's true. When we were coming in, you had no idea who likes you. So we had fans in Obuase that we never knew about. So the fact that you don't know, you keep pushing. I thought I had nobody liking me, and that should be your state of mind. It's like you swimming. You don't have to be always looking where you are. You just have to literally go going till you touch that last wall. So that's the advice I keep giving the young ones. Don't feel too relaxed, and make sure you really earn the spot that you're in. Be realistic. It's not too hard for me to understand that Jay-So or whoever is bigger than me. I don't have a problem with that. I would rather accept that and then try to work hard to get to that point. Like I always keep saying, I want Africa to celebrate someone like Dibanj, Samini. These guys they've made huge impact. that it will take you some time to catch up, and you need to accept that so that you can work more. But the moment you win a BET, but then it makes you feel like you're way ahead of Daddy Lumba, that's when a problem start coming in, because they have been in the game. Daddy Lumba has getting close to 30 albums, and I'm on my 5th. So literally, someone like him, we have to get closer to him so he can pass on the knowledge on how he was able to do it for that long. So I think the young ones should take a cue from that and stop being too relaxed and feeling like I'm there, because of social media can be very tricky,
and very deceptive.
Yes.
Let us come to the industry. Angel, are you registered with Gumroad? Is Sark registered with Gumroad?
Is Sark registered with Gumroad?
Yeah, Gumroad.
Are you?
You answer that.
You're the manager. You
I don't actually know.
You're not. You're not ready. How about Musica? Are you guys?
Musica, I think we took a form some time ago. Yeah, we took a form some time ago. We failed. But we need to revisit that. We need to revisit
But
that.
why? It's your industry. These are the organizations that drive the industry, and you're so big. People say you're the biggest act in Ghana at the moment. The biggest act, and not with some of these organizations.
I wouldn't even say anything about them specifically. I'll also take the blame, as sometimes artists, we need to, it's both sides. They don't really let us know what is happening, so we don't feel too connected. To
get on board.
Yes, to get on board. But we would want to, and we have ideas that we feel like we can come on board to share. And I'm willing to. I think it took time. There was a time where I was really focused on keeping my career on that level. But I think now I'm a bit more. I know where I am, and this is the time that these things has to be like a matter now. So
wait, you've not earned a royalty before in Ghana?
I think we have, but the numbers are not bad.
Even now we not take out. No, it's not because Sikanisha, but I don't know whoever has taken a royalty that is happy about it. For me, I don't have anything to lose. I can go out and say whatever I want to say. They are in a more sensitive position. But I think that Musica represents artists on a whole. Now, even I'm glad that there's a ministry for arts and culture and all of those things now, and I hope that they're going to look into it. I've said on many platforms that these are bodies that should be like the powerhouse of every artist. The Musica should be like in a position to do collective bargaining for these artists, the prices they charge, their welfares. I don't want to hear that they want to go and cut some veteran artist's leg and they're trying to raise money for. You never hear that. When Michael Jackson died, he's still making a lot of money now. So these guys' royalties should be able to do stuff for them. Even where Musica is, trust me, I think is a nice one. Yes.
Oh, they don't need air conditioning.
No, but we need to be able to walk visiting artists into our. This is a musicians union. Let's walk into it with some swag.
Oh, so you don't like the beach?
No, come
beach
on.
houses are expensive.
No, don't be sarcastic. Let's be serious. No, jokes aside. It is. I've been to Musica a couple of times.
The beach,
and I feel very sad. I'm not an artist though, so I feel sad for them. But the scary part is we are all part of it. But me, at some point, the artists, they've sold their lives. At a point where the artist is no longer relevant, like how the industry has made it to be, I have a certificate to go and work. You understand me? But these people have sold their lives. They can't stand outside MP. Me, I can still do that and get away with it.
No, you can't.
No, I can't. But I mean, the industry should be there. It should be a powerhouse. It should work for them. Jokes aside, it should. It's better. It's high time they move from where they are. Find a sleek office, maybe right here in the Platinum Place. Find some space for music.
We have spaces they can come around.
So that there should be power. Royalty should be there. That if, God forbid, if today Sarkodie, something happens to Sarkodie, I can walk to Musica and say that, oh, Sarkodie had an accident. God forbid. Then his royalties would work and feed his family years after he's dead and gone. But we don't have that. We can't even boast of anything. I mean, I'm saying it because I'm not in that space, but I feel for them every time. I live a better life than some of these people that we idolize. You understand me? It's sad. Some drive in rented cars and stuff, but their music is what keeps us going. We bam to their music, funerals, parties, everything. These people are superstars.
And they're struggling.
I hope they're listening so they can do something about it.
So are you registered with any of those bodies?
Me know what I didn't.
I didn't hear you. You have no idea what's going on. You don't even know what they do.
No, I don't.
You couldn't be bothered.
The thing is, you know what I mean? Like,
you're focused on the work.
Yeah, I'm focused on the work.
But you see, just like Angel said, eventually, you can't do the work all the time. Yes, I know when it's talent related, talent is talent. It can be there forever. I mean, you guys sing, you rap, you do it forever.
Yeah.
I mean, for how long has Jay-Z been rapping? Busta Rhymes is still rapping. Golden Point. I mean, Busta Rhymes. So you can do it forever. But
George, the reality is, the only reason why I'm here, still relevant, still working with Sarkcess, because of the hard work I put into my craft as an individual.
Yes. Exactly.
Not what someone is doing for me.
Yeah.
So now it's just us, the musicians, the producers, whoever, and our fans. You get me? And after everything, after all the hard work, interestingly, the corporate, the government, everyone is exploiting us. Everyone is making money off our sweat. Like radio, they say they are paying royalties. I haven't seen no royalties. Fine, you ask me to come and join and do this and do that, but at the end of the day, if there's money coming
but
in...
even without joining or registering,
exactly.
When you hear Sarkodie,
exactly.
You know the Sarkodie song, what is due him should be due him.
Because, I can say this, like, I'm registered to a publishing company outside, PRS, and you have your ASCAPs, and so when your music is played on the international, platforms, radio, you receive royalties. You get me?
Yeah.
I don't see why we cannot log music that is played on radio. Like, if I should ask anyone here, how many times was Sarkodie's music played on YFM? Can you show it to me? Like, and these things go a long way to help us in our award schemes and stuff when it comes to like...
Saturday morning I played almost half the album on radio.
See, we should be able to log... See, some of these things are so basic, and yes, I understand that we also have a role to play as vets, as OGs. Like, we need to invest in the industry itself so that it becomes better for the younger ones, the upcoming ones. But for us to be able to do that, we need to empower ourselves first. You get me? Sark is in a powerful position now to make changes because of the hard work he put into
You think he should run
himself.
for musical president?
I don't see why not.
Not for musical president, but he should run as head of musicians.
Musical president. Sark, you want to be musical president?
More powerful.
Oh, come on.
So George.
Oh, you don't think you can run it effectively?
Especially when it has to do with Africa, I think positions can change.
Can be dangerous.
Because of how I am, they know me. I'm very honest, and I don't like shortcuts, and I really like being in queue.
So don't you think that is why someone like you should be at the helm of
people
affairs?
don't understand that. That's the problem with Ghana. That's even why I don't sign people too much. You need to understand how these things work. And I don't get closer to these people because of my state of mind and how they think as well. So as he was saying, that's when Sarkodie is getting bigger, I want to move away. I change the sound from appealing to just Ghanaians, which I will lose. Yeah. I will lose entertaining you guys, but then I would like to focus on somewhere else because that place is secured. Because I know artists that might not be as big as we are here, but then just because the system works where they are, they are worth more.
We're going to take a break. When we come back from that break, we're going to look at why, and perhaps it falls in line with this discussion, why you as a producer, Jason, feel your fellow musicians aren't really releasing albums these days. Because it kind of was where we started from, and Sark made it clear why he would still want to release an album. We'll find out why. And, if there are any things we can do to make them better. And then we'll speak about access. How can we find this highest album? You're locked on GH1 TV. It is the pundits in the studio. We've got Sark Nation. Sarkodie himself is here with Angel Kwamen and, of course, J So, the Scallions man. My name is GQ. Let me say special thanks again to Chapter 1 Clothing. Stay on. We'll be right back.
Munch it, chew it, slurp it, enjoy it, burp it, master pass it, choose it, size it, squeeze it, pose it, take it, master pass it, master pass it, master pass it. Anytime, any day, everything that we do, we master pass it. see it, smell it, love it, skip it, live it, push it, master pass it, slide it, shake it, hop it, rock it, twist it, beat it, master pass it, tap it, app it, snap it, scan it, price it, pin it, master pass it, master pass it, master pass it. Anytime, any day, everything that we do, we master pass it.
A little helping hand will go a long way to get your meals tasting really delicious. So season your cooking with Onga for that delicious taste and irresistible aroma that will get your loved ones looking forward to mealtimes.
Onga.
Hello, Ghana. We are the Tego Sisters. On 24th of September at Perez Dome, Women in Worship. Come, all the women in Ghana, we are inviting you to come and let's worship the Lord. Together, we lift the name of the Lord. Come with your family and you'll be blessed. Amen. God bless you.
Make you don't ask me, it's all in a day's work.
It is not MTV, it is GH1 TV, and it is The Pundits. My name is GQ. If you just tuned in, you have missed quite a lot because we've just got about 15 minutes to go. In the studios, I've got J-So, Sarkodie is here as well, and Angel is here as well. Let me quickly announce our phone line 050-160-6262 or 055-8181. 818. You can be a part of this conversation. Just call in and say shouts to, send your shouts to Sark. We're talking about the highest album and discussing other pertinent issues related to our industry. Before the break, Jay, so I was saying that we're going to speak about why you think GH acts are not really releasing albums these days.
I think right now, with social media, in fact, it's not even social media. Everything is like single driven right now, like singles, sorry. And I guess you have the mainstream artists. For me, this is what I see. You have the mainstream artists who are still working on EPs and full length albums and everything. But I think the majority are not releasing albums or full projects. However, the mainstream artists, I feel most of them are doing it. And I guess it boils down to availability of resources. Are musicians making enough money today to be able to go into the studio and work on full projects? You know, but you know, the times have changed. Again, you can never dismiss the influence of social media on music at the moment, because now you put a song out, and if you have the right fan base, immediately it's like you are getting the numbers. And if you're lucky, you start getting some shows and you start making money. Because for musicians, it's about making money first of all. If you are making the money, then I mean, if you're in a business to make money and you're making money, then that is what it is. But I don't think when you look at the majority of musicians, not just in Ghana and abroad, I think most musicians are not putting out full projects because, like, you see, for me, that is what I think. That it's just unavailability of resources
to be able to
do full projects. People want to put out hit singles, make quick hits, get some shows and make money. Like, people want to make quick money. Like, people are not trying to put out full projects. And like you rightly said, the mentality is, or the assumption is that people don't buy albums anymore.
Let me hold the thought and let me go straight to the phone lines. We have a caller on the line. I think, is the name Flo King? Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Yes, is this Flo King?
Snow Kid.
Snow King.
Snow Kid.
Yes, Snow Kid. Oh, okay, Snow Kid. Snow Kid, where are you calling us from?
Come on.
Tema. Oh, yes. Of course, yeah. Home support, huh?
Great.
All right, let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
Bema.
Hey, what's up?
Sorry, how is it?
If you are Kosovo, how should I tell you?
Sorry, completely, yeah.
Two Papa B. Agbamame Koso. Agbamame Koso.
All right.
Really ask again. Don't let me pull my drink or use. Hey.
All right, on that note, thanks for calling, yeah? Keep watching the show, yeah? And hey, Kofi Aminiampon sends greetings. Good to know you're doing the watching books, yeah. Books in effect. You know books? Oh, okay, books is my buddy. Yes, who else do we have on the line? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm Fawaz calling from Sacramento.
Yo, what's up? Hello?
Everything cool,
Everything cool, eh?
Yeah.
Good. What would you like to say to Sark?
Yeah, I'm going to tell Sarkodie that he's the greatest rapper ever. Like,
all right.
Every time I see him, I'll so bow down to him, yeah.
All right, he heard you. Thanks for calling, yeah? All right, so let's get on with it. Sark, I mean, how do musicians make money in Ghana? Which is the best avenue? Is it shows? Is it CD sales? Is it royalties? Which one is it?
I can only speak for myself, because I think, thinking about music in general, we have ways and means that artists perceive themselves and what they want the people to. I stand for a whole body of work, and the brand Sarkodie itself. The music is part of it. That's a tool for me to still communicate with people. But my strength, I know my strength. You know, as you were saying, that's why people do singles. I'm not that type of artist. You know, Davido can get away with Eve because he can really do that huge monster, big records. I'm a rapper. People actually don't put that into consideration. When they put me and Wiz and David and whoever.
You're not the same space.
No, I'm a rapper. So I'm actually proud of myself that I'm still being mentioned in these categories. But what I actually put out is a whole body of work. I have people that have followed me from day one till today, and they appreciate albums and appreciate sounds that might not actually make it to radio or TV. And I feel like to keep that connection is, to me, is money. It's not based on business, it's passion, but it turns out to be money because you keep those numbers. And I'm not ready to be that type of artist that I need to find audience every time. Like, you don't have constant people patronizing your stuff. You know, you put out a hit. Like, if you take Adonai, it's a very huge song. If you take a typical Sarkodie fan, they don't really listen to a song like that.
Yeah.
But anybody who loves it is anybody who loves music, good music in general.
Adonai speaks to everybody.
Yes, to everybody. Yeah. So we have artists who are just based on that side of music. And I know they do the shows, they play when they go out, they do some tours because of the huge record, the song. I've been blessed with one or two of those songs, but my whole body of work has always been based on Sarkodie. So if you even take your Charterhouse, the Ghana Music Awards, all my awards has been based on Sarkodie.
Yeah.
I sometimes get a Song of the Year. I don't really get for the song. I get Best Rapper, Artist of the Year, Hip Hop Artist. It's always based on Sarkodie. So that's my strength, and that's how I think. You need to know where you stand, you know, because if you want to be in between, like you go to the club and you hear big records and your songs are not being played and you get too confused, you want to be in the space of Davido, that's when you have a problem. But if that's your field and that's what you're good at, you can put out big songs every time. That works for you. But for me, I feel like I have a core fan base that I'm ready to take patience to build. You know, I moved from 0 followers on Twitter to 1.3, and it was organic. I did not buy any followers. You know, people that just literally joined the queue of the Sack Nation fans and all that. So I think that to me is priceless, and that's why I'm able to put out an album and people purchase it. Yes. So that is my strategy, but I think you need to know what you stand for and not be too confused and be everywhere.
Talking about the album, Angel, if I want the Sarkodie Highest album, where can I find it? The packaging is just so beautiful. Where can I find it?
You know, we just wrapped up the signing. We're hoping to go to other places before, but you know the Europe tour too is up. We need to leave for the Europe tour. We're just about to sign agreements with certain key places like the Shells and then the Koalas and the Silverbeds. So before we leave, we're going to leave CDs there so we can still satisfy those who haven't been able to capture.
How about that one? And congratulations! I was looking at that iTunes thing today, and you were at number 19. Jay-Z was at number 20. I mean, the jig jigger.
No, I did not want to believe that, and I did not even want to tweet that. So I told Tracy, me Ghana for the Mbabe catch me say me trantro, me nim, almost me number 7 wa him. Kona ko check and I check here. Honey, his number me say, but I be US, and I said, oh, it's US. And I'm like, okay, that's great. I didn't even know how that happened. I didn't know, you know, I had. That's what I'm saying. That following that would really want to. Because it's a whole process getting these songs, you know. You need to really like the person to go through that process.
So for them to push it, to be able to purchase it.
For them to push it to that
level.
I thank the fans. I guess I'm blessed with the best fan base.
So it means people can access it on iTunes as well.
Yeah, all platforms,
all online platforms.
And
These are all of them.
In Ghana, you know, if you're not used to these international platforms, MTN is holding it down, and Aftown.com. So if you have MTN Music Plus, you can enjoy that as well.
These are works here as well.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. This one from Love and C. Love and C is in Kumasi. Okay, just good evening, bro, and thanks for taking the pundits to the highest. So cool, Love and See. Congrats to Sark for releasing another album, and I love the idea that he is looking beyond GH. He can really be bigger and better, and I pray for that. Keep winning, Sark. That's a good one from Love and See. A lot of messages. This one from Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell is all the way from Takwa. Says, I'm watching you live on time with Sarkcess Music. Give me some shouts. You just got your shouts, bro. Okay. A lot of messages. So in wrapping it up, okay, I think we got a caller on the line. Let's go. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, who do we have on the line?
Please, my name is Nick. I'm calling from Accra, Newtown.
Oh, yes, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm pleased by grace. I'm very strong.
Super. Talk to Sark.
Biggest boss.
Why don't you say ha?
Sark, I didn't feel you too much.
Thank you, boss. Thank you.
I was at Westfield this on the 10th. I purchased the album.
Wow.
I mean the cup. I got to the towel and then everything. I was like, I really wanted to buy what you were wearing. I feel like I feel you too much.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you upon all your fame and things. You having no PS, no tattoo. I'm proud of that.
God bless you.
I really like you.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling. We're going straight to Adenta. We have another caller on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Good. Boss, how's Adenta this evening?
Voice.
Yeah.
You know that voice?
Adenta, that's what
Adenta is Jesus' hood. What's your name, sir? Hello?
Hello.
What's your name, boss?
Hello.
What, you forgot your name?
No.
What's your name?
Abiola.
Avela.
Abiola.
Aviela.
Abiola.
Abiola. Ah, okay. Abiola.
Yeah.
Okay. Abiola, talk to Sark.
Yeah. From. Hello.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, Abiola, go ahead. Talk to Sark. He's listening to you.
I just want to ask Mr. Sark.
Yeah.
The full meaning of Obidi Pombidi.
Oh, you're not Ghanaian, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Obidi Pombidi is like the king of kings, royal of royals, that kind of expressions. Yeah.
Okay.
He is the highest. Okay. Exactly. All right. Thank you very much. This one from Yom Fujo. Yom says, "Hi George, hope you're well. Please ask Sarkodie. Please let Sarkodie know that there are far better spoken word artists in Ghana compared to Sully Briggs. It is perfectly understandable that he would feature. Who's Sully? Sully Briggs. Oh, okay.
He's actually Ghanaian. Yeah.
He's Ghanaian. Well, there you are. Yeah. All right, so there you are. But Yom is also a good spoken word artist. I think he wants to introduce himself. I'll bring him.
Oh, wait, Yom.
Yeah, you know Yom.
Yeah, I know Yom.
Okay, let's go straight to Kumasi. We have a caller from Kumasi. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Garden City for that thing.
Evening.
Good. Go ahead, talk to Sark very quickly. We're out of time. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead and talk to Sark. He's here. What's your name?
Musa.
Okay, go ahead. Sark is listening to you, boss. Hello? One kasa. Okay, so let's move on.
Signing, when I'm signing, I ask your name and then I write it. So one guy came to sit and like, boss, what's your name? He says 024.
The name is what? 024. 024. No, what a number.
Oh God.
It happens. Quite interesting. So in bringing the conversation to a close, when are you back from the European tour?
When are we back?
First week in October.
You're back first week in October?
Yeah.
Okay, so aside this year, some of the singles that we've heard Buza, we've heard RNS was last year.
It was last year?
Yeah, RNS was last year.
I'm really bad at dates.
Yeah, RNS was last year.
Well,
you forgot RNS was no, the reset team has already started its compilation, so we know. Yeah, I think it was Buza this year. This year, the single that I had this year was Buza, and then after Buza, there was this album. Is anything going to drop again before the end of the year?
It's possible. We received the album. We had like lots of songs that we received to this, but I think we need time for this album to just move. And we actually took out a song like Boza is literally typical Ghanaian but with this we did not really put that on because the whole body of work is a sound that we want people to have. So we have songs that the usual, we can drop something anytime, but this has to go. Like, people need to have time and just listen to this.
If someone asks you who is your favorite rapper in Ghana?
My favorite?
Yeah, in Ghana.
Angelo. Who knows how they feel?
Oh.
Yeah. Same person from 5, 6 years ago.
Raffle.
Same person from 5, 6 years ago. Yo, man. You feel like, nah, you now forget. Yo, man.
I got you on this one.
Yo, man. Oh, guy. Yo, man.
Or Raffle?
No.
Okay.
Old artist?
Yeah, more or less.
Who, Lord Kenya?
No. Oh, okay, you let him.
Oh,
I'll see if it's the same person.
He's forgotten.
But I think with time, I've actually not had one favorite. For the young ones, yeah, definitely. For medical, strongman, T-Flow, the usual suspects, all those guys, the guys I put on, Raf Enzi, Kwesi, Kwesi Atta. Yes, they are all very dope.
Obibini.
Yes,
Obibini's an OG though.
Yeah, he's been there from way back.
He's been an OG.
He's very dope. Very dope.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Not bad at all. Jason, who's your favorite?
Okay, well, I know at a point Sark was really feeling Captain Planet.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So I want to see if it's the same person.
If it's the same person, like you said, because I think I've also heard him mention Obrafo on one platform before.
Obrafo was mainly because he has done something that's really hard for young ones to do. To be able to, Gezo has done that as well. To be able to rap and not be too raw.
Yeah.
You know, Rafa was able to hit it, but not too raw. It's still clean. Like it's very hard. No, because where I came from, you just have to just express it. I think that the younger ones have a way that we approach things. When I listen to the old artists, even answering questions, they have a way they polish it. I think it's time we all learn. But where we came from, you have to just say it as it is. You know, so but big up to Rafa. He's always been a legend.
If it's a major Jim Fee,
but you see, I'm a giant. Titi back. See, I'm a mom and so
aside, sir, who's your favorite rapper?
Skilly. Yeah. Okay. So I'll not mention any Skillion's guy. I mean,
obviously they are.
All of them. They all killers.
Very sick. The young rappers definitely. I'm listening to Kwesi Arthur. I'm listening to Rafenzi. What's your boy's name? The guy who mixes the gun with the Toy Boy. Like there's a new breed of rappers. Like
they get it.
Like, and it's a season for a lot of artists coming out.
We did not see this coming because we thought rap was like, you know, they're finding the easy way to do it, but the new ones actually rapping.
They get it. They're rapping stuff. Yeah. Like they're put like there was a phase where you remember the crank period. Where everything was just all over the place. Yeah. But I think one thing about hip hop music I've noticed is somehow it finds its feet again. We've gone through times where it just dips, and right now here hip hop is like the #1 genre in America. It's taken over country music and rock music, which has never happened before. You know, so big shouts to rappers like your Kendrick Lamar's and your when you
J.
move
Cole.
to the UK, you have Stormzy and all these guys.
And Michael Dapper.
A lot of the messages are just killing the place. Somebody says he wants your cup. That's Gabriel Nia Masablanks and say you should bring the cup. Sure. Somebody wants to know about Sark and UT. Somebody wants to know matter what I will forever admire and love your music, Sark. You're such an a gregarious, something like that, hard-working person and a motivator to us, the youth. The highest. We're out of time, totally out of time. But Sark, as the final music plays, Ghanaians have loved and pushed you so much. Final words to all the fans out there.
I always say, and then it's like all artists say, but I really do mean it. You know, I want to say a big thank you to Ghanaians and Africa as a whole. Anybody who supports Sarkodie and supports the movement. I don't believe in being the best rapper. I believe in being the best to who actually loves you. So I'm talking to whoever cares about Sarkodie. God bless you. And I respect everybody else and thank you. And I do this because of you. I would not put out an album if I did not know that they were ready for it. I had people ready for it. So thank you guys and God bless you.
If you have another child, is she going to be on the next album?
You don't say she. Might be a he. You don't know.
No. You and I, God has given us only girls. Angel, thank you so very much for passing through. We'll see you at the speech day in November, this time for rep. Sark, thanks so much for passing through. Skillion, if I do and drop books single.
Please tell him.
He's a single.
Tell him.
He's been rapping since we don't know what.
Tell him.
All right, so thanks for being a part of the show. Special thanks to Chapter 1 Clothing as well for my outfit. Like I said, interact with Chapter 1 classes on social media. Get a 20% discount when you reference Pandis. Show repeats tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here on GH1 TV. And hey, if you're a Sark native, this show was for you. My name is GQ, and we're all like that. Bonne nuit.
Charlie, get me where you rebel. Since you had me feel that strip club, you. I could see it reach across the jack, where you do.